Welcome to eLOC8’s Guide to Technology, Episode 3. So in Episode 1, I spoke a lot about indoor air quality with Alan and Duncan, who were excellent in explaining the problems that we see with indoor air quality. Today, I'm very excited to have two of the most innovative people I've ever met explain some of the technology that will drive change within indoor air quality. Coming live from Las Vegas, two gentlemen that have worked for companies like NASA and Tesla. I'm happy to present Xavier Morgan and Devon Scheg. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Xavier, and I'm the CEO here at Promethium.
Hi, my name is Devon Scheg. I'm the CTO here at Promethium, and today we're going to be talking to you about indoor air quality.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's an extreme pleasure to have you with us. So, jumping into the questions. The first question is, what benefits do businesses have from improving indoor air quality?
Yes, so that is a great question. So here in North America, Americans are spending about 90% of their time indoors, where indoor air is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outside. And so an air purification device brings the benefit of feeling more comfortable in an indoor space, feeling safe. And also studies are showing that this is actually proven through the very fact that it's reducing harmful gases, bacteria, viruses, and you can also have the added benefit of saving energy through recirculation in the HVAC system. And so with that, research also shows that you can improve your productivity by up to 10% with improved air quality. And also coming out of a COVID-19 pandemic, we believe here at Promethium that there should be a protective layer between yourself and these harmful bacteria and viruses by adding an air purification device, especially one that works. And ultimately, this leads to less sick days coming from a business perspective and also coming from an individual who works in the business. You don't want to take as many sick days because feeling bad is not a good thing. And also from a business standpoint, taking those sick days ruins productivity, and it also costs more for the company.
Right, so you've previously worked for companies like NASA and Tesla. These are two arguably most innovative companies on the planet today. So could you share with the audience some of your experience of what technologies are we not taking advantage of today?
Right. So when we talk about how we can improve current air purification and our approach to indoor air quality, the first step is really to understand the problem of indoor air quality. We often hear a lot about capabilities when it comes to neutralizing viruses and bacteria. And while that is a critical tenet of managing indoor air quality, it's far from the only problem. We often find, and more research is shining light on this, smaller, more pervasive pollutants like particulates, VOCs, and gases actually present a very serious problem that has been under-researched up until this point. And when we talk about what these problems consist of, we see things from both acute and chronic perspectives. Acute health impacts can include things from, small cold-like symptoms to much more aggressive respiratory irritation, and chronic ailments can include things all the way up to cancer and death, unfortunately. And so when we want to address air quality in an occupied space, really what we're looking at is combining the appropriate filters with the space's needs, but then we need to find supplemental solutions to address those more pervasive and elusive pollutants like your particulates, your VOCs, and your gases, and that's really where something like the plant system comes into play. And this allows you to mitigate the full spectrum of hazards you're facing in the indoor environment.
Excellent. So what inspired the creation of Promethium and your plant system?
So that's a great question. So step one for us was having a firm understanding of indoor air quality. And we felt like the current technologies were inadequate for the problems at hand. So we decided to do something about it. So we spent over 3 years researching and developing a solution for that problem, using our resources like the Center of High Performance Building, Singer's Water Lab, UNLV professors, NASA consultants, and industry experts in HVAC to come up with a solution that really we believe to be revolutionary. So what we created was a photocatalytic blend that performs 80 times better than the market standard titanium dioxide. And what this means is that what they can do in an hour and a half, we can do in a minute and a half. So to date, we currently have 2 patents pending. One patent is for our system, and the other patent is for our photocatalytic blend. And with this, we followed such high standards to where recently in the past, we won the UNLV Lee Prize for Innovation, and we were fortunate enough to attract high-quality advisors to help take us to that next level to where we are at right now.
Wow, so this technology does seem to be something where you're taking off-world technology into the real world. This is amazing. Could you tell us what's unique, what's special about the Promethium and plant system?
Yeah, definitely. So the technology used within the plant is known as photocatalytic oxidation, or PCO for short. And while PCO isn't necessarily new, what we've been able to do with it is, and that is exceed the market standard by over a factor of 80 times. So PCO is really taking what naturally occurs in the upper layers of the troposphere and the lower layers of the stratosphere for pollutant removal in our atmosphere and accelerating and miniaturizing that process into our units, into both our HVAC and standalone units. They both use the same thing. And in this case, we're generating radicals that you're going to see in those layers of the atmosphere that can't leave the device itself. So all of our cleaning is maintained to this device. This increase in efficiency we're seeing is still all self-contained and avoids the release of any sort of ions or dry hydrogen peroxide or anything of that nature into the occupied space where it can cause further irritation. And so with this leap in efficiency and with our mechanism of cleaning, we're actually able to treat up to 5,000 CFM with a single unit without any additional worry about what you're going to be creating in the process or what someone may or may not be exposed to.
Thank you. So this technology is really special, something that doesn't exist, something that's better than on the market. So for any businesses really looking at improving indoor air quality to the highest possible level, should really be looking at the Promethium system. This is amazing. I'm really glad that you guys have given us the time today. One last question before we go. I would like to ask you, with 2 guys that's really looking into the future of technology, where do you see indoor air quality in the future and what technologies?
Yes, so that's a great question. And so short answer, air purification technology is going to have to take over. Because currently, as we're seeing with this pandemic, we are now bringing to the forefront the importance of indoor air quality, which in the past we may have backburnered even though you breathe 22,000 times a day. And where there's other things like drinking water, which you can go about 2 days without doing, we regulate to a much higher degree than indoor air quality. And so in the future, I believe that there will be specific regulations through ASHRAE standards that promote having an air purification device to allow for indoor air quality to be improved. And so with this will have to come solutions like the Plant HVAC, Plant 350 through Promethium to service these indoor air quality needs. And on top of that as well, with climate change occurring, there will be more things like forest fires, which will very much so increase the need for an air purification device to mitigate some of those reactionary things that will be happening in the environment.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to speak to you, always an education. I'm always learning, and I'm sure our audience has learned so much by having you today. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having us, everyone. And if you would like to learn more, you can visit us at our website, www.promethiumltd.com. Again, that's www.promethiumltd.com.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Thank you, guys. Excellent. Always a pleasure to speak to you and really a privilege to have you as guests today. I'm sure our audience has learned so much from your massive insights into air purification. So thank you. I hope this was a very enjoyable episode. Real pleasure to have these guys with us today. Please join us on the next episode, so episode 4, where we'll have our very own eLOC8 Unita, who will be sharing with us Learn and Work, a fantastic new platform for intelligent resource management. So I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you again for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.